Heroclix land, welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. For those of you who haven't watched us before, we are a sort of unique podcast where we talk about the actual players of the Heroclix journey and not so much about the game itself. We just want to get to know the players inside and out and get to know their story and who they are as a person. With me is my co-host Scott, son of John. Hello, Scott.
Good evening.
And who is our special guest tonight?
Tonight we have Romeo Azul. Where that name comes from, I would like to know tonight. Risu? Romeo, where'd you get that?
A lot of people actually ask me that. So I used that on my gamer tag on I play Call of Duty. So it originated because I played a lot of Xbox, and my gamer tag was originally Blue Squirrel because I combined my favorite animal, my favorite color. And as I started joining clans, I wanted to change it up, be more unique, so and not sound as ridiculous as Blue Squirrel. So actually, I'm part Japanese and part Mexican. So I took Risu, which is Japanese for squirrel, and Azul, which is Spanish for blue. So it's Risu Azul.
Nice.
Spanish for blue, yes.
So this weekend, I think, started off the season of the championship, Champion Clix Tropical Regional Series. Want to give a shout out to our friend Shay over at
Borderlands.
He got third at his one in Chattanooga. So congratulations, Shay, and Chattanooga. And then you guys were at the same one this weekend. What was your regional?
We were at a ROC regional qualifier.
Regional. Okay.
Yeah. It was Silver Age, 400 points. Diego, Earthbound and Down guy, took down Kenny Minks. Kenny Minks has lost a lot of close matches here lately, being second place, always the bridesmaid. So I was calling at him before I left. I'm like, you're not gonna win. And then Diego doesn't like silver, so I think he's turning the corner on it now.
Yeah, I think he definitely found he dug his heels in. I think about third game, it seemed like he started to get a little wind in him.
Oh, come on. His first opponent was a 10-year-old, and then he beat me in like 3 turns. I didn't even get a third turn because he needed an 8 to pop off, and he got it. He got his 8 off a Scott Porter prop. So
nice.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of events going on. Miles has the Clix camp going on over in his neck of the woods, and then there is the Clixley West last weekend where our friend Jay from the round table he got second place. So a lot of good stuff going on every weekend.
Yeah, here in Texas, we were ramping up a lot of tournaments. Like the silver one was kind of planned ahead. I know Matt had put this together for Dragon's Lair, and it was also supposed to be doing the Champion Clix, but because because of time constraints, they just ended up getting the 400 Silver Rock. So we're actually going to be hosting the 300 Champion Clix, 300 point Modern Champion Clix at my venue at Game Castle in Austin.
Nice. So you guys want to talk about your performance at Rock before we get too far into it?
No. It was horrible for me. If you need a 17% to roll higher than a 4, and I rolled a 4 multiple times, and then if I prob it, it would be a crit miss back right after it. So I think I had a total of 5 crit misses that were actually stuck in the game. So yeah, if you prob a crit miss, it's not a crit miss because you changed it to something else.
Now, are you superstitious about dice?
I used all kinds of dice. I had pop dice with me. I would change my dice in the game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm told it's my technique on how I roll. I'm like, what kind of technique do I need to have?
Do you use a dice tower or cup or anything?
I've used all of it. I've used all of it. So yeah, prob still sucks to me because, like I said, I went from a 4 to a 2 at least 3 times in 3 different games. And I needed a 5 to hit most of the time. So
It is a dice game, Scott. You should probably try rolling above 4, and maybe you could.
Yeah,
You'll.
yeah. If I could roll above a 4, I think if I had 2d20, I'd still roll below a 4.
There was
Well, I
one
think
time.
you still place a little higher than me, so your showing wasn't as bad as mine. Although I did have a good time with my team.
Oh,
Played a Superman team, so it was
Nice.
my favorite superhero.
yeah, I had a really good time playing too. The last match was a little stressful because I'm like, man, this has just been a culmination of like I had him beat on the paper, but once we started throwing dice, it was a completely different game because I was running Wakandan Hulkbuster and Ace, so he had outwit protection, and then he had no protected outwit, and then I just had a bunch of bangers with this Karn Iron Man, uh, oh my god, Sky Tyrant and Carnage Silver Surfer, and then I had Black Leopard with the Mjolnir, so he could see through characters. So my
Oh, that's
original
smart.
setup was I would perplex up Sky Tyrant to get him across the map. Whenever if I went first, turn 2, I'm coming across the map, and I'm gonna hit you, bringing the Black Leopard with me. So my attack as a 12 because of the sword versus your 17 defense, I'm forcing you to have with the Black Leopard. Still can't hit. So what you do? 2 attacks.
Yeah,
You may hit one of them.
Well, there was one time a few years ago when my daughter was hanging out with me at the game store, and I was on a real bad night with dice, and she was bored, so I let her roll my dice for me every time. My luck got a lot better when she rolled the dice for me.
Yeah, I used to do that with my kid, but he was playing.
Oh,
And he got
um,
20th. So
so how
20.
about you,
We had
Romeo?
25
How was
people.
your performance over the weekend?
so I actually I was looking at a Wakanda Hulkbuster team, and I was pretty dead set on it. Like I was for sure that it was gonna win. But because I was on call and I was expecting to have to leave early at some point, because it always happens that if I get into a game, I'm gonna end up having to leave if I'm on call. So I didn't go with what I thought was gonna be the winning team. I went with a fun team, which is Superman, and a Justice League team with a prime 25-point prime Batman, the Green Lantern Batman. And the goal was that I have the one of the only 2 pieces in silver that can stop improved movement ability, and that was pretty straightforward. I would move up a little bit, barrier with his barrier, place his smoke markers before the barrier to stop them from breaking through it if they got to Fritz Froggy to come in and alpha me, and then once my turn came, I was going to go in with 12 attacks from the 2025 starter set Superman that can make a range attack every time he moves. So you give him hypersonic, make 3 attacks. You move first with your hypersonic, you make your hypersonic attack, you end your hypersonic with a move. So then that gives you 2 range attacks with the third from the hypersonic. And then afterwards you have the starter set JLU starter set Martian Manhunter. So you remove it, you give him a power action to move your Superman one more time, and you move him in because he can flurry for free. So that gives him a total of 5 attacks just from 2 actions. And the idea was I just make a bunch of attacks. If I miss anything, I have Black Vulcan to come in. If I make 3 misses or whatever, and then I have the JLU starter set Superman who can also come in, hit you, knock you back, replace you, and then knock you, and then hit you again afterwards for a follow up attack.
Did you have the
And of
Mandarin
course,
ring on him?
I did not have Mandarin Ring for.
Great. Mandarin ring on that JLU Superman because he knocks it. You can just walk up to him, force blast him, and then hop over there and hit him for free.
See, my idea was giving him exospecs to give him you use your sidestep first, and then you can free exospecs to give him hypersonic. And I had 8 Justice League members on my team, so I got the +1 action total for having more than 6, and +2 speed for having more than 4. So I had a 12 speed with hypersonic speed, and I can hit him, and hopefully knock them around or knock them closer to me to get them closer to me for follow-up attacks. And he's hitting like a truck because it's Superman. And then of course I had Wally West on my team to get rid of any super senses on the board. And Wally West also comes in and he does the Ares bomb with the long sword. So it was a solid build, I thought. I had a lot of tricks up my sleeve, just nothing really. I think if I'd played it a little bit more, I'd probably could have figured my team out a little bit. But I didn't play it at all until the day of, so I was figuring it out as I went. I got 2 wins, but I felt pretty cheap about it because one was against Julian, who was one of your guys' kids.
Yeah, he's one of my guys' kids. He's a 10-year-old that we put that team together on Monday last week for him.
Yeah, he did some things. He was making some bold actions. I tried to help him out a little bit with Trigon, and he wanted to swing for the Superman that was the hardest one to hit, and he just kept missing. And so I just slowly had to pick apart his Trigon until he finally went down. And then I played. I don't remember his name. My first game was, I think it was Jonathan Michael. He was a newer
He's
player
the
from
new
San
guy.
Antonio.
Yeah, he's a fairly new player in San Antonio.
Yeah, so he's a new guy, and I didn't completely wipe him because I wanted to give him a kill, so I let his Colossus get a kill on Wally, I think. Well, he took out Wally, and he got some points. I got some points. It was our first match. I was like, yeah, no, it's all good. I came my way with a victory, but then I didn't win anything else other than against Julian. If you guys wanted to know, the Hulkbuster, what kind of Hulkbuster team I built though. See that one, you put on uncommon, uncommon from Marvel Studios, the T'Challa Star-Lord. He makes all Wakandans, Ravagers, and minions of Thanos. He gives them all the Guardians keyword. So now you have a Guardians theme with Black Leopard, Wakandan Hulkbuster, that Star-Lord. There was a 30-point Star-Lord with a recruiter that I thought would work really well to bring in some support or some backup follow-up attackers. You score them automatically when they come in, so you want to use like 25-point ones so you're not giving up too many points. And then just Mangog with the minions of Thanos, and Mangog by himself can probably body a whole team. And that was the team I thought was going to do really well because they're all Cosmo, of course Cosmo, because he gives you safeguard so nobody can outwit Wakandan Hulkbuster's movement power, so you can maintain that. Ace can.
Ace can.
And I saw you had Ace to protect to keep you from getting outwitted, and yeah, that would have been a tough matchup if we would have. Yeah, it would definitely. Wakandan Hulkbuster versus the Wakandan Hulkbuster would have been pretty interesting. But yeah, you had the same idea I did. I was surprised that we didn't see more Black Leopards and more Wakandan Hulkbusters last night. That was.
We didn't see any Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulks. I don't think we saw any Gauntlet Spider-Mans. Granted, the guy that I had bringing a Gauntlet Spider-Man had a last-minute test for college, so he told us Friday night, he's like, man, I can't make it. So I was really thinking about swapping to his team because I'm the one that built it for him. So I think I would have. I'm not going to say it would have won because it opens really fast, but it doesn't close fast or close hard.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Thor bomb. It comes in with 5 damage, pulse wave to everybody, and then if you can't follow up and clean up the rest of the team, then they have a chance to rally back. And I saw Kenny do that. He got smacked with the 5 damage pulse wave, and then he only lost to Wonder Woman, Prime Wonder Woman from BTU, and he had, I think he still had Mern. He had the Captain America, the Gladiator Captain America, and a few the Apox Genesis and Scarlet Witch.
He had a Porter too.
Yep, Black Shirt Porter. Yep. Yeah, he was able to come back from that devastating 5 damage to everybody.
So you just talked about being on call for the event. What is your day job?
I am an electrician, journeyman. I've been a journeyman for 3 years, and I've been doing electrical work for 10 years.
Nice.
So, when did you start playing the game?
So I started right after COVID was dying down, 2019, 2020. I started teaching myself the rules because I picked it up at a resale shop. Found a Fear Itself starter set. Or scenario pack it had Scotty and Captain America, Bucky Captain America, and that was an old set. But so at the time I didn't really know. I just got the book, taught myself the rules, played a couple matches with myself in the room, and then once I felt confident enough, I started looking out, nearby like games, and Dragon's Lair was the only one, but it was like a ways out because nobody was doing anything because of lockdowns, or like we were still coming out of COVID. So when we all finally got to go play, I learned what Heroclix was really about, and also I learned 2017 rules and had to relearn the rules whenever they changed in 2020. No knockback or no pushing damage, no knockback damage. Super strength was out. They benched invincible, super strength, hypersonic. It was a crazy time.
Wild Wild West.
But
So
yeah,
you're part of. Go ahead, Wes.
I was just gonna say, are you heavily into competitive, or are you just kind of mingling in it?
I enjoy my casual, but I get goaded in by Kenny Minks a lot to play competitive. He's been pushing for me to try to do more tournaments outside of the state, and God willing, if I can make it to Worlds, this will be my first Worlds this year.
Nice.
So yeah, the only place I've traveled for, or the only places I've traveled for tournaments was I did Adepticon in Chicago. That was a ton of fun, and it was a nice like kind of mini vacation to take. Got my teeth stumped in, and it was the first like big competitive out of state tournaments. But I did some states in no, not Alabama. It was
Oklahoma.
Mississippi and Louisiana.
Okay.
We did, yeah, and I've done some Oklahoma, but I don't even consider that too far out of Texas because it's
It's
from
like right
Dallas.
there
It's like
outside of
closer.
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you need to come up to Indiana in November for the Red, White, and Clicks event. Um, it's yes, it's a competitive event, but it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of side events, and I'm waiting on an invoice to before I can make any prize announcements. But it is going to be the top prized event of the year. So if you can make it up here, absolutely try.
actually,
So keep that information.
My birthday is November 10th. So when is the day? What is the exact
November
date for it?
15th and 16th.
15th, 16th.
Yep.
Yes.
See, awesome. That's a little bit after Worlds, so that'll be interesting. Is it a 300?
Yeah, the main event is a 300 modern on Saturday with BRs and Super Sealed going on throughout. And then Sunday will be a Team Sealed and then some other stuff. So I can't talk too much about it because I'm still waiting on a couple of confirmations. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Just my competitive brain is already starting to think. It's like, ooh, well, that's going to be possibly right after rotation
Yep.
happens with
It's
Worlds,
the
and so 300 modern is going to
first
look
major event after
way different.
rotation, first major event after Worlds, and the last major event before the holiday season for the big break.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Unless
that'll be
PCO puts something else out there, but it'll be the last major one already scheduled. How's that?
There you go.
So you're saying you have kids? I'm assuming you're married.
I was married. I'm divorced. Yeah, so
How
I
many
do
kids
have
you got?
I have two kids. I have a boy and a girl. No more. We're good.
How old are they?
Those are the little ones running around at the end of the evening.
Yeah. My son is my son is 9 and my daughter is 8, but I could be wrong about that.
Do they either one of them try and play?
They've been a little more interested lately, but because it's such a big hobby of mine, I think they just kind of like, oh, that's Dad's hobby.
That
You know,
we're just gonna go hang with Dad while he does his thing. Maddox has been playing. I've been trying to train him for like the last 3 years, and I want to say Saturday was his best focused day of what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He didn't have to have a whole lot of people trying to coach him up in the matches. Because I know you played Julian, and we had another young one there, Ezekiel, but their focus is what is lacking. Because I mean, everything's like, oh, hey, you got 3 minutes, and then if you don't have them sold in 3 minutes, they're moving on to something else.
yeah. No, I think the last time you guys came to Austin, Ezekiel was my first game as well. So I played both of them, and he had a Kong team, like I think it was a full point Kong
Yeah.
team, and it was about the same thing went down with the Trigon team. It was if he knew how to pilot it a little bit better, I think he'd actually beat me.
So wait until Maddox finally gets. I mean, I felt it this last week when we were practicing. Like it clicked in his head. Like, oh my god, I can do this. Oh my god, I can do that. Wait, this is so much better. So to see that little switch flip, that was awesome. That was awesome. I just want him. I want it to stay, but I know he's going to be distracted with school coming up. He's going to have football or band or whatever else going on.
I
So
miss my
Yeah.
kids being little, man. My daughter Annalise, she's 14 now, but I taught her when she was 9, and it used to be kind of like a father-daughter thing every Wednesday. I pick her from school. We'd go to the dollar store. She would get like $15 in candy and pop, and we'd go to the game store while I played Heroclix, and she would do TikTok dances for 2 hours. But she learned how to play. She just didn't have the. She was too ADD to sit and actually play. But she grabbed onto the concept really easily. But that was kind of our fun father-daughter date every Wednesday until she got too bored with it.
Yeah, you gotta get them in there early. That's what I was kind of hoping my kids would gravitate towards it. I know it's a little harder for them because it is a 14 and up game, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of concepts in there that you.
they're smart enough to start picking up like the math. The math of it's easy for them to pick up, especially at 7, 8, 9 years old. It's like, oh hey, yeah, I can do addition, subtraction. This is not super hard. And then the reading of the, I feel like my kid hates reading. It's like, oh, the destroyer, the prime, that's got a lot of words on it. I don't know what it does. Put that down.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah, it's
45.
on
yeah,
his
and
team.
I'm 45 years old. I still can't do the math and reading.
Reading's
yeah. No,
hard.
I saw a lot of adults struggling yesterday to do math, especially at the later games. We're just like, oh, our brains are fried at this point. Can't even do 2 plus 3.
Yeah.
No, no, just play the Sandman and Mysterio, and you don't have to worry about rolling dice and doing math. Just like click, here's you some damage, here's you some poison.
Yep, yep, easy peasy.
Yeah. So,
Um,
are you live in Austin? Outside of Austin, where you live?
I'm right in the center of it. I'm in Austin, pretty close to downtown, actually.
So none of the flooding affected y'all.
No, thankfully, I did know a lot of the areas that did get some flood, not Kerrville specifically, but Georgetown did see a lot of flooding, and I've actually been in that river where it got flooded, and it looked insane. I feel so sorry for those people that had to deal with that.
Yeah. So how many people y'all have in the local shop?
Locals, and so we have 2 venues. We have Dragon's Lair on Saturdays, and then on Wednesdays I host at Game Castle. On average, we get about 8, I would say, at both
Pretty good.
venues. Yeah, I feel like it's okay. Seeing like the turnout like this weekend was great. So we have like 25 people. It's just God, I wish we could have that kind of like a consistent. You see Warhammer, you'll see Magic, and everybody has such a big following. Even One Piece is like a newer game and it has a huge following. Or Lorcana. We'll get those numbers one day.
Uh, If I can get everybody to come play on one night, we play on Monday nights. If I can get everybody to go play just in our little phone chat group, we'll have 18 people show up. But average, we're probably between, with all the practice, some of the people fall off because they're not going to the event. They don't want to practice. But how many people did I have with me? I brought 11, counting 3 children, but the 3 children don't always come play.
Wow.
So we'll have 10 to
We
12
have
people
to
on a normal
we
night.
have to thank you guys for the majority of y'all. The past 2 events that we've had at Dragon's Lair, you guys show up, and I I wish I wish they wasn't so competitive and we could we don't scare anybody away. But you did have one of y'all's guys make it to top 8 though.
Yeah, had I got anything higher than a 4 consistently, had I gotten the 83% of this, I would have made it into the cut. But
Oh,
no.
no doubt, no doubt. Your team had the tools. Your dice just said we're too tired.
All of the dice.
um,
All right.
what's your favorite format to play?
That's a tough one. I'm liking Pulp. Pulp is probably my favorite format. Um, if not 300 Modern, just because 300 Modern is the most, I feel like the top tier as far as competitive goes. Silver is the Wild West right now. I don't know if you seen any of the team. I think we've seen 2 Sinister Syndicate teams, but other than that, we didn't see many
Brought both of them.
repeat.
Yeah, they were 2 different Sinister Syndicate teams too, because one of them was a Green Goblin swap for the Swiss Army knife, and the other one was highlighting Spot. So
yeah, I had to play against the Spot one. That one I forgot how Spot works, and after the errata, I did not anticipate to see him or to
he's
be that
aggressive
afraid
with
of
that
him.
Spot too. He
Yeah, he
played
was.
it aggressive.
He put me on the tomb. I forgot what map exactly, but he put me on the long map, on the tomb map, and I could not get through barrier as well as I thought I could.
So post errata spot, you're the first person I've talked to that's seen one. How did it feel? Did it feel as oppressive, or did you feel like it was still a good competitive piece?
I will say they did a good job by with the errata because he's not as obviously like a pinnacle threat, and especially not in modern. But in silver, he's obviously still really good because the way the guy played his team, I was my whole turn was just how do I avoid getting spotted? Because as soon as he can come in and move around, he's got phasing teleport, so he can move pretty much anywhere he needs to get a spot marker into place. Giving him sidestep from the cloak was genius because then he could just go right back to his starting area and pick up the 12, pick up the any empower.
He wasn't using the spot to grab the pieces. He was using the spot to just attack through.
Oh yeah,
here you go. I'm going to be aggressive with it. I'm not going to worry about a kill box.
Yep,
and then
with
when it comes to me, I
Sandman,
got Mysterio and Sandman saying, "Here you go, have some poison."
Sandman says he can't reduce below 3, and yeah, he's going to be flurrying you for 6 damage, and nothing you can do about it unless you have shape change. And I'm guessing he had precision strike for senses, so yeah, shape change was the only thing because he specifically asked. He's like, "Can your guys move through destroy blocking, and do they have shape change?" And I was like, no, I don't." I was like, no, nobody really has shape change on my team, and I didn't think anything of it until he started making his attacks, and I'm like, oh, that's why he asked me. Yeah, its spot is still very much a threat. Do not underestimate him when you see him across the table.
What do you
Right,
like?
so you part of a Heroclix team?
Go ahead.
So are you part of a Heroclix team? I know the answer.
I would say I represent Earthbound and Down for now. Well, with all the tournaments that we've been doing, it's majority Earthbound and Down. But I mean, you guys are our only other team competition. I didn't catch up.
We're the curators of the Cataclysm. It's been a local thing that we started before Earthbound and Down was going on, and Matt and Kenny Minks asked me to join Earthbound and Down once everyone that I was traveling with stopped traveling. Like it was me. I was the only one from Curators of the Cataclysm. So I'm like, sure, I'll join the team and I'll treat the Curators of the Cataclysm kind of like a minor league and coaching them up. In the group chat, you have Vincent, who's on Earthbound and Down. You have Dominic and John, and all of those guys are from our local store, and they'll have the curators also. So,
I don't know why I thought Vincent was Dallas or even San Antonio, but
Vincent's local for me.
He's
the other side of Houston, but he's local for me.
Yeah, Vincent's a really a good player. He's one of the guys I've played in San Antonio. He had the Spirit of Vengeance team.
Yes.
And man, if I just didn't have his counter, that guy he would have had my ticket for sure.
So you said that you like Pulp. That's not one I hear a lot about. What do you like about Pulp?
New player friendly. The cost to entry is really low. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get a Masters of Evil sideline swap team. All the competitive pieces are relatively easy to obtain, and so it does leave. I think it leaves a really open for what you can play.
I feel like it gets solved easy though, because I have a team that I feel like is really hard to beat. I don't want to give the gist of it away. That way people aren't saying I broke Pulp or someone else broke Pulp and I'm just copying them. But
yeah, Moon Knight is free stuff.
Let's give it away. You get the uncommon Moon Knight for 200 points from Disney Plus, or not Disney, next phase, and you get the 100 point Supergirl. Because Antonio Clark and I were talking about it after the show here, and I'm like, I already built the team. I didn't run that for our our event, I ran this other one. We do a Supremacy League. I don't know if you know what that is. It's got a little King of the Ring type format, and when you get to the center, you have to defend the hill. So when you're defending the
Okay.
hill,
Yeah.
you're fighting anyone that's coming up, and when you defend it 3 times, you win the prize. If you get knocked off, you go all the way down.
See, there's something I like about you, Scott. You come up with some really creative games. You've noticed I reached out to you a lot to get
Yes.
your input on those things. Yeah, those are really creative games, fun games, and I've implemented a couple of them at my local store.
Excellent.
Yeah, Scott's got a lot of great ideas. We do a little segment called Casual Corner where he introduces a lot of really cool, unique casual games formats. We haven't done one in a minute, but he's got a
Be
lot
back
of
on
great
the
ideas.
horse, son. Yes. Well, I've been practicing to go get beat up. I'm sorry, I got beat up a bunch, but I've been practicing for that and not focusing on my job that I don't get paid for.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I can notice that my screen's a little dirty here. Trying to
You
get
know,
it clean.
it's the lights behind you. They're kind of nice. Makes you look like you're kind of heavenly.
Yeah. Well, he's an electrician,
No,
so he has a
figure.
glow.
But can you continue on Pulp? Yes, Moon Knight is very tough, and Kenny suggested that we ban Moon Knight if we ever do Pulp. But I don't think that banning Moon Knight is the answer. I think it's just come up with a creative team that there are things in Pulp that can definitely.
There are things that can take him out, like Cosmic King with his barrier and just popping off damage, and Debris can do a whole ton of stuff. So I mean,
Yeah.
and these aren't from attacks, so your
not
stop clicks
even-
are going to be triggered.
You have Amadeus, who can. I think he has the deity keyword, so you can just outwit him all day.
And then the 300-point Thanos is also a monster in Pulp.
Yeah, that one's interesting because you can sideline a bunch of deity or cosmic.
Oh yeah, you
characters.
can sideline a bunch of stuff. He can have tons of powers. He's only going to get one every time he picks, but he's got so much that he can go through.
Now we'll see what we have. I don't know if we have any pulps coming up soon, but I'm sure there will be at least one at Worlds, and I'm interested to see what wins it at Worlds.
Moon Knight and Supergirl. I'm going to call it.
Oh yeah, all right. My money's on something a little more creative. I think a lot of people are going to be building the counters.
It's going to be hard to counter because I mean, Moon Knight can just be like, "Blink, your Amadeus Cho later."
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. He makes 2 attacks. He heals with the Superwoman. Yeah. Or so are you playing Superwoman at 60 and
100 points.
100 points. Oh, okay.
100 points.
You got 200-point Moon Knight, 100-point Supergirl. That's interesting.
If you come across a Thanos and he smacks one of them, it's just to a stop click.
True. Yeah, that's the problem with Thanos is that he's tough, but you got Moon Knight who has 3 stop clicks, and you're not going to be getting through those with one attacker.
Supergirl's got 2 of them.
True. Oh yeah, on 100 points. Yeah, she does.
So have you ever built a team that you thought was going to perform a certain way on paper, and then you fielded it, and it did not perform the way you expected?
Saturday.
What's your take on that disconnect between theory and practice, and how a team looks on paper versus how it actually plays it on the board?
Well, at the end of the day, it's a dice game. It's all up to chance. You can build a team like Scott's, and on paper you should win every game, or at least 4 out of 5. But I mean, the dice are going to decide for you, and I'm very thankful that the Wizkids decided to take one of the worst sideline 10-point or 5-point things that they ever created, which was rivalry, which decided that we're not going to roll dice in this game. That was a terrible call to make it an auto hit, even if it was against a single character.
I think Scott could have used that this weekend. The auto hit.
I probably still would have missed with rivalry. I don't know how, but it would have happened.
Yeah, well, you were saying like the Thor bomb is almost like a rivalry-esque, and on paper it should work. You're auto hitting for 5 damage with pulse wave. You're getting through most things, but it's still lost. So you can build the best team in your head, and it's depends on how you roll your dice and what you go up against. So most people at the San Antonio event we played recently, the 300 modern, everybody thought Spirit of Vengeance was going to take it, or Spot. those were the big threats. And
Pre-erotic.
not to toot my own horn or anything, but it ended up being the more creative team that won. Spider-Man with the gauntlet was able to just get rid of all the sidelines for Spirit of Vengeance. He was able to get rid of any Beetlejuice, any equipment that you had on spot, so that you're not getting two movements for them. And then honestly, with that Spider-Man and anything else you really think is going to work well as attackers that don't need equipment or sidelines is a good play. The only reason I think my team was really good with it is because I had Necron, Swamp Thing, Prime, and Batman. So all three Black Lanterns who can heal past their starting line. And you give Batman Twart as the Avatar. You give him support, so that way you can pop Soul Siphon, which gives a potentially 3 unavoidable damage to Spider-Man to just on your first turn you can get to that stop click, and boom, now we're playing a game of Heroclix where everybody's gonna roll dice and nobody has any outside help.
And you got up more points than what you paid for because you healed past your starting lines.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm at Necron can get up to a 12 attack, 4 damage with Pensai, exploit weakness, and then of course Swamp Thing is just by himself is a disgusting figure. You place a Brave Terrain marker with 7 range with Necron. You place it under anybody you need to. Batman can either outwit you, even if you're on your stop click, he can outwit stop click powers, because if it's protected outwit, Batman can outwit it because he's picking up color, not a power. But if it's safeguard outwit, then it can't target you.
Would that work with an Elsa Prime on the map?
Elsa Prime, does she stop all healing?
Yes.
I think so. I'm not 100%. I know the Bloodstone itself reduces healing by 1.
Yeah, Bloodstone was one that was a little hard. Elsa Prime, if she stopped all healing, then yeah, that would definitely have been a good counter to my team. But I did have other ways, and if I can get my hands on that Rivals Revenge map or Rivalry Revenge map, that's another thing that can help me get my unavoidable damage. But I had Despero with a Phoenix Pog that can TK to get me my 1 unavoidable. There's another one-shot card that can auto give you 1 unavoidable. And then Diabolical Bargain. And then you just go out to a lava pool, and then at the end of your turn, boom, you're on your third unavoidable damage, and you get rid of everything. So there's ways to get to it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that map.
We've discussed it a lot.
Yeah, that map is a little nutty. The fact that they didn't make it illegal for that tournament was surprising, but I wasn't mad because I was going to be able to use that unavoidable damage to my advantage.
So when you're building a team, do you prefer to build a tent pole or an onion?
Onion.
If you looked at my team from last night, it was definitely onion. I liked the layers. I like Swiss Army, having a answer to every problem. Like I played the Batman's sideline swap, so I could go Dolphin if I needed to. I could go to a Detective Batman that has like a Cosmo-like effect, where within range you can't use a certain power. That was my answer to Apoc Genesis. I'll just send him out so you can't use blades, and now I'm going in and I'm attacking everything. The Batman Prime has a lot of answers because he's got the Bat Belt that gives him a bunch of utility, barrier smoke that you get rid of improve. Like I like things that have a lot of layers, but tentpoles are nothing to shy away from. I think my biggest tentpole piece is Saturnine. She's one of my favorite pieces to play.
The 150, right?
150, yeah.
She's gross.
When you build, do you build by yourself, or do you reach out to your community and friends and try to get their advice to help you build?
Yes.
A bit of both.
It's yes to both. It's yes, because
I
definitely think it's really, really good, I'm gonna keep it. But if it's something that I think needs to be shared to tweak, then I share it. I try and keep like the event that we just went to. I had Odin like locked and loaded. I was playing Odin until like the week before, And the guys at the shop, the locals, I'm like, man, I'm traveling with 10, 12 people. They already know how to beat this. So if I'm taking half the crew that's going to be there, then I have half the people there that can beat me already. So it's kind of hard for me to say this is what I want to take now. So I did a last minute swap up to the Wakanda Hulkbuster, which was in my back pocket. I think I built it the week before, saying, okay, if that in practice at the shop, if I get beat up, then I'm bringing this other team, and I don't try
Well,
and share a bunch of that.
take Diego's advice next time. As the winner of last night's event, he said that he got beat by Cody
Oh,
several times,
so
and
funny.
then he was ready to quit. He wasn't even going to plan on showing up. He told me around game 2 that he was like hoping to get knocked out early so he could go off, and he had plans later on that night. So it was very funny to see him win.
I dogged on him because he said it right in front of me. He's like, "Hey, yeah, Cody worked me over yesterday, and here I am today." I'm like, "We don't need to know what you and Cody do behind closed doors.
Yeah, I did hear that.
It's not something you bring up in a group of people like this. They're gonna get you."
Now, I need to stop reaching out quite so much. I build in a vacuum, and then I start reaching out to 20 different people to get their feedback, and then their feedback is always, sporadic all over the place. And I end up with a completely different team than I started, and I don't like it as much. So I need to
No,
stick with my instincts instead of asking for so much advice.
look, I've reached out with the Black Leopard stuff to like different areas, different regions of the country, and every time I reached out, everyone told me Mjolnir, no, you got to go with the destroyer armor. But the destroyer on the Odin team that I had, it was Aquaman, Black Leopard, Odin, Saturnine, and somebody else. I can't think of who it is off the top of my head. But if I made him a giant, then I can just shoot him from 7 away, and that bonus is nothing. If he's on the Aquaman team and I keep him a dolphin, you got to be within 4, and he can see you within 4. You got my stats.
There
So
you
to
go.
me, Mjolnir is better than on a bunch of teams. Mjolnir is better than the Asgardian destroyer armor.
I'd agree with you
Yeah,
on
I
that one.
personally like the Asgardian for the +2 to his defense, so that way you come into you're coming into his range, and with the water, that was a thing I looked at before too. If you put the Aquaman to make all rulers dolphins, then you have to come within 4, and now I'm a +2 to my defense because of destroyer armor, and he gets reducers. In my mind, that was a
But he's a
instant play.
giant, so he's not getting the dolphin symbol
Oh,
because he's not standard.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Aquaman does say only standards. Yeah. So that would have been the thing I overlooked when I was building that team. Luckily, I didn't go with it. That was
I mean, if you did build it with it, you just go back down to your standard dial and you get toughness plus whatever else,
yeah,
+1
yeah.
defense and or
Yeah, Mjolnir
Buster.
definitely is a better. It sounds better on paper.
Okay.
Obviously, on
It,
paper.
it sounds better on paper because I can see through the characters, but I will say that the destroyer armor does give you the giant size willpower on that dial that you don't have when you're using Mjolnir. But I got improved targeting with Quake, so if I'm playing on a water map, Poseidon's great. If I'm not playing on a water map, then Ares is great because I can giant reach 3 and slap a bunch of people.
Yeah. Did you ever consider Prime Namor at all with that team?
Yes,
Aquaman, Prime
well,
Namor.
I did consider Prime Namor team, but it was an X-Men swap team with Prime Namor because I had the shark riding Namor on the side that I was going to swap into. I had Titania, Professor X, 200 point Namor, some other stuff, and I was just going to try and swap in a whole bunch of little pieces to get in that 140 point Namor with the power gem.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad play.
Oh, it was really really gross.
And let's see, and post game, I was like, well, okay, well, so when's the next silver attempt? When can I try this again? And I don't think we have another 400 silver coming up till Worlds, right?
Not for a while. I don't even think RC is going to do a silver for states. I think it's going to be modern.
So, how long you been an electrician?
10 years, technically. I started 10 years ago. I didn't really start taking it seriously until about 6, 7 years ago.
You ever been
When did you
zapped pretty
discover
good?
electricity was hot?
Say again?
So when did you discover electricity was hot?
Well, I actually there's a funny story. Funny, it depends on how you look at it. There was a time I was doing a demo work for it was a skater rink in my hometown, and they were destroying or demoing out the skater rink to make it into I think it was a Sears, some kind of furniture store, and I was doing work off of a scaffolding up in the purlings, like 20 feet in the air, holding on to some red iron, and I'm inside of a box that I think is dead because I used my Widowmaker to make sure that all the wires are dead, and um, something happened. A wire flung off of a wire nut, hit me on the back of my hand, and all I remember is tensing up for about what felt like 5 minutes, but it was probably wasn't any longer than 3 seconds. And having to call out to some people around me to make sure I wasn't a ghost.
The electricity's hot.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll get you.
Um,
But no, it's as long as you do your you do your proper safety steps. You make sure you're not dumb on the job. You're not gonna die, and you should always have people around you in case something goes wrong, and you have somebody to pull you off, turn power off, things like that.
do you have any nicknames?
Blue squirrel.
Ritu Azul is probably the closest thing. Most of my family members call me Ro. But as far as like electrical nicknames like Sparky or anything, no, nobody's ever called me anything like that.
Sparkles.
Sparkle.
Where's your sparkle hands?
Let's see here. What else? What you got, Scott?
If you had an alter ego as a superhero / comic villain, who would your alter ego be?
An alter ego. So as a superhero or as a civilian, because obviously I am the superhero, right?
You're the superhero, so who's your civilian?
My civilian, I don't know. It'd be a mild mannered, Clark-like figure. I respect
Mild-mannered
the hiding
electrician.
in plain sight.
A
What's that?
mild-mannered electrician.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, never really given a thought to an alter ego in the comic book form. It would probably have something to do with electric powers, right?
Electro.
I've always wanted to build a team of like something with Livewire and Electro and Thor, just to have a whole team of electrical powered Heroclix team.
Are you more of a DC or Marvel guy?
DC for sure.
Do you like the
Yeah,
Superman?
it's in my mind, it's not even a question. You have the Justice League are all basically gods, and the Avengers are like, they're very capable humans, but they're all still very human, except for Thor.
Did you like the Superman movie?
Yeah, giving it some time. I loved it. 8 out of 10 is what I give it. Coming out of it, and like right after the credits are rolled, and I'm waiting for some. No spoilers, but I'm waiting for some answers at the end, and I don't get them, and so I had a few issues with it. But at the end of the day, there's things you can easily overlook if you're not a Superman fan. It's very fun. Crypto, everybody loves crypto. My kids love crypto.
It was a fun movie, but yeah, there's questions to be asked afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll say, as a Superman movie, it's very fitting that it gives you hope for the future of the DCU now.
Yeah. I saw an interview with James Gunn. And I guess Crypto was very closely based off his personal dog.
Yeah,
Right
I think
down
he
to
did
that
some
weird
mocap
ear.
for his dog.
I guess he has a rescue dog that is just the worst dog. He just acts just like Crypto, just jumping all over you, eating everything. He's got this one weird ear that sticks up. They even came in and scanned the dog just so that the body of Crypto would match his dog.
Yeah, I heard that he did the mocap for some of it.
Do you use Roll20 at all?
I tried it. Not a fan of it. I even that Joseph Michaels. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I'm probably butchering his name, but the new guy from San Antonio said that he had
John Michael Navarrini or John Michael Navarani or
John Michael.
Yes, John Michael in something. John Michael
Gotcha.
Nad.
John Michael said that he plays with a friend that lives in Waco, I think, and that they play on they have their cameras face down on their maps, and they'll like play uh, using their cameras and a map that they lay out. And I'm
That's
like,
how
well,
we
you know they
used
have
to do it.
yeah, he's
That's
like, you
how
know
we
they
used
have
to
Roll
do it.
20, and he said that I tried Roll 20, and I'm not a huge fan. It's a lot of setup and it's just not I don't really like it. And I was like, yeah, I understand what you mean because I tried it and I did it off of a laptop. I tried to do it on a tablet, did not
No,
work.
no, not on a tablet. It's no bueno.
No, and on a laptop it's a little better, but it is a lot of setup, and I don't know. It's better to just go roll some dice in person.
I
When you
like the,
build,
the measurement tools on it, and that you can name the figures and you color them, shade them, and stuff to delineate whose is what. But it's a good tool, but no.
It'd be great if we could get some Wizkids or some kind of like HC Units esque fan made site that's a little more dedicated because HC Units is blanking on his name.
Clay.
Claywood.
Clay Wood has done a phenomenal job with HC Units. I think far exceeds Realms. HC Realms was good for the time, but it's all we had. It was very clunky. I didn't care for it much, but HC Units has been very intuitive. It's a very good tool. Cody used it over the weekend to do the tournaments, and I mean it's just a all-in-one place. And I really like that it was made by an actual player. So I'm hoping maybe in the future we can get a Roll 20 made
Look,
by a player.
I don't like dogging on HC Realms because it was made by a player too, or it was organized by a player, Typhon. Um, HC Realms helped keep HeroClix alive in my mind when it died after Brave and the Bold. So if or before Brave and the Bold, I don't know, it was around that time. So if it wasn't for HC Realms, the forums were phenomenal. I love the forums. Way down into some deep rabbit holes on, oh hey, we're just gonna have people submit builds and we're gonna have people vote on whose build is the best. And if you were I participated in a lot of those, and I'm like, man, I like building teams. So like, sure, I'll go ahead and submit teams for this. And I feel like people see, oh, hey, you have this one giant Thor versus a whole shield army. Well, yeah, Thor is really really good, but against the shield team, he's only got one attack, and these guys got all this extra stuff they're doing. So you might need to look into it and see what the shield team could do. But on the votes, no, they seen Thor, click, vote for Thor. Oh, here's Batman, click, vote for Batman.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
use Roll
that
20.
whole debate on paper it looks good, and in practice it doesn't work out type thing.
Yeah, I use Roll 20 out of necessity just because I don't have time to play with my locals as much as I'd like to. But I don't like the idea of there being a better version of Roll 20 because I feel like, as much as I hate to agree with that guy over at the Generation Clix, what's his name? Brian Berman or Brian Redborn?
Oh,
Redgorn?
Redman,
Redman. Yeah,
Redman.
whatever it is.
Redman, yeah,
He talks too much. But
plain Breadman.
yeah. But he said that if we had a really good online version of HeroClix, it would be a death of the in-person game, and I kind of agree with that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very fair. It is a very expensive hobby to buy physical pieces, and with the price hikes lately, I do see it being able to be easily overshadowed by an online game where you don't have to invest any money in. You just download an app, even if you have to pay for it. You just download an app for your laptop, and then boom, you have a category of all the things that exist, and nobody has an extra advantage over anybody else. So for all its flaws, I still will prefer if we just have plastic
Yep.
cards and we're at a table together.
Are you more of a collector? Like you collect the entire set, or do you just keep the pieces you're actually using and sell everything else?
Um, I don't sell any of my pieces because I have a lot of locals, and I'm trying to encourage a new player venue. So I do have to get rid of a lot of the other stuff, the like copies, the duplicates. So I just baggy everything up and I'll put it in a bin and we have a bin in the back of Game Castle where we just direct any new players. We usually don't direct people who are just like kind of walking by. We may give them a figure here and there, but if we know that they're regulars or they're just starting
They've
out and
been
they
there.
have,
They've been coming for a month. It's like, hey, look at this bin. Dig. Have fun.
yeah. And I'll throw my rares in there. Like there was a Khazar sitting in there for a while that nobody touched until I mentioned it, and they're like, "There's a Khazar in there. I'm gonna run and go grab that thing." Yeah, I mean, I already had 2 Khazars, so I'm just gonna throw my unique in there. I don't really need it. I could sell it for $10, but I mean, I want a local to have a really good rare.
So do you have a pretty good collection then?
Okay, yeah. So as far as my collection goes, I have a very modest Superman collection going on, and then I have a nice shelf of like some of the cooler ones that I have on display. I have my 2 Kongs sitting on like clear pedestals with like some figures underneath those pedestals, like my Lantern, like the Larfleeze, Indigo, Saint Walker. All those are sitting on the shelf. I have my finally complete Black Lantern set, Chase Planet Black Lanterns in a little plastic pedestal case on the shelf. Um, just most of the iconics I like to put up on a shelf because they are a little more visually appealing, and the rest of the collection they just go in boxes somewhere, store away. I'm not too big on collecting. Like I'm still missing Christopher Reeve's Ultra Chase Superman. I have a Superstore coming in the mail finally, but even that I waited till the price went down from 120 to 80. There's still pieces I'm missing as far as like to get a lot of Superman. I'm not gonna spend top dollar to get them, but once they come down in price or I have enough money, I'll get it and I'll complete my collection. I think I took 4 months to finally finish off the Black Lanterns. I was missing Green Arrow for the longest, and then in San Antonio at that event that we were just at like a month ago, one of the players I beat said if I was looking for any trades, and I showed him what I had. He was interested in a few things, and then he was like, "Well, I have this, and that, and that." And he's like, "And I have an extra Green Arrow Black Lantern." And I was like, "That is the one piece that I'm missing to complete my collection. I will definitely trade whatever you need right here. Just I need that piece. Yeah, if I don't have to pay for it, please."
All right. So earlier today, I asked on Facebook if anyone had any questions for you, and former guest Mork Bird from Australia decided to chime in. He said, "Hey Razu, what's the local meta like at your regular venue for Heroclix? It's a bunch of Earthbound and Down guys. They're just stomping each other's face."
Yeah, I gotta turn the phone. The Earthbound and Down definitely have a harder time of turning it off, especially right after a meta tournament. So we sorry, I had to move to a charger because my phone's gonna die. But no, we keep it casual. We try to hold the reins on it. Me and Kenny are.
Some of the build restrictions is how you do that, but there's still the meta insight that tries to overtake. It happens everywhere. Mork also wants to know, do you play any other games competitively?
Competitively, Call of Duty, probably the most competitive game that I play. Other than Heroclix, I do like some other board games, but I don't get into them competitively. Like Heroscape is a newly revamped game, but I
had
can't get
all
into
that
it.
trash when it was like 10 years ago. I had all of that trash. I had to get rid of it.
Oh man, yeah, it's worth some money now.
Yeah, it was worth money then, but I'm like, nah, I got to get out of this thing. It's taking up too much space. Mork also asks, what is your number one Heroclix want at the moment that you're trying to buy, trade, or pull for?
I would, top of my head, I'd say the Christopher Reeve's Ultra Chase.
And his last question, thoughts on 12 boosters, bricks seemingly guaranteed to chase in each.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I'm sorry, did I break up?
Scott, what's your top one right now?
My top want right now? I don't know, maybe a Gauntlet Spider-Man? I don't know. I feel like I don't have to own everything because of the play group that we have. I tell the guys that what's yours is yours, and I'll borrow it when I need it. Like, oh, hey, you need this This Wolverine on a motorcycle? Cool. I'll borrow it when I need it. Oh, you don't have one? Let me know. I'll pack it up Sunday and have it ready Monday. So
Nice.
I feel like
Yeah,
having a large play group is like that.
yeah, that's how Earthbound and Down. The biggest advantage to a team, if anybody is curious of whether they should join a team, is you have a larger pool of collection to pull from. So, and I try not to rely too heavy on that because I hate being the day of and I'm like, you got my piece right. Hopefully you didn't forget about me. Hopefully you brought my
No,
stuff
man,
so that
I'm
I
filling
can
you
test
up
it.
until midnight saying, bring my stuff, bring my stuff, bring my stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good question to Mark asked. I want to use that more often.
And then his last question was thoughts on the 12 booster bricks with seemingly a guaranteed chase in each. Do you like that, or do you prefer it with
The
less
new
chase?
the new distribution,
Yeah.
I will say I like it as far as like it gives local, like when we have our sealeds, we have more people that are able to play now. I don't like it because it does increase the cost of per booster, and you're not really getting much other than if it is true that we there's a guaranteed chase, then at least there's kind of that. So when you're buying a booster, the chances of getting that chase is a little higher. But I still say that there's not much more value we're getting per booster, even though there's now a price increase on it. But I'll say that it's fine. It's like I said, it's more people who can play sealed is better.
Do you like the 12 booster bricks or the 10 booster bricks?
Uh, if we're talking guaranteed chase, I'll take it to 12.
Okay. That's all Mork's got for us tonight.
All right. Uh, Talking Clicks is brought to you by my friend John Hoffner at Clix Creators. He's our sponsor. He's a 3D printer and he can print anything you can imagine. He's got all kinds of printers of every size and shape and color, and he can make anything you think of. So if you need a case, dice tokens, whatever you want, he'll customize it and do it cheaper than everybody else. And he'll even do it for plastic. He'll do a straight up trade, a chase for whatever you want. So make sure you look him up if you need anything 3D printed. He's cheaper than everybody else. Also, want to do a
I got
shout out
something that I
for
wanted to.
what's that?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. I got something I need to add.
Our printing shop. We got T-shirts and hats and all kinds of stuff at printify.com. Just look up Red, White, and Clicks, and you can support us through that. And it also helps the Red, White, and Clicks event coming up in November. What you got, Scott?
Fantasy Football League. I wanted to
Yes.
bust out with this at the beginning, but here we are at the middle slash near the end again. I want to do a Fantasy Football League. Anyone can join. We get 12 people, 14 people, 16 people. I'd like to cap it at around 16 at the at the most. If anyone can place higher than me in the league, I will ship them a booster of the newest product at the end of the league.
Is there a cost to sign up?
No cost. It's all on me.
All right.
Oh, might have to get in on that action. I've only done one fantasy football league before, and it didn't play out too well. But I'm not big on keeping up with football too much.
It's come participate, and if you happen to get better than me, here's you a booster.
Yeah, I
Nice.
like that. Like I said, I already got two of them lined up for me. I think that would be too much plastic for me though. But oh, might be. I need that White Lantern Superman for sure.
I'm in 2 dynasty leagues, and I probably do about 7 or 8 regular leagues every year, just redraft leagues. So I am heavy into fantasy football.
Uh, One other thing is we are currently sitting at 90 subscribers, Scott. 90.
Yeah, I got my Spirit of Vengeance card ready to go.
And we hit 10 more, get 100. We're going to do a special giveaway. We're going to give away a brick of Lantern Legacy when it comes out. Some other good stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, and do all that social media stuff. Get those numbers up. When we do, we're going to reward the community for it.
Be the real punk rock and like and subscribe.
Yeah. All right, so here at Talking Clix, we have a segment called the Clix Questionnaire. It is a scientifically proven, in-depth questionnaire that I got the AI. I connected with the Kevin robot from the She-Hulk show, and the community kind of knows your name. They've gotten to know you through our podcast here, but they don't really know you, like know your Clix soul. Are you brave enough to answer these questions and let the community know you inside and out?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm an
All
open
right.
book.
Rapid fire questions. Here we come.
Best sandwich.
Um, a Philly cheesesteak.
You ever have one with chicken?
No,
It's
I
delicious.
That sounds good.
feel like Philly
Cake or
needs
pie?
to.
It's not a Philly cheesesteak, okay? It's a Philly chicken steak, but it's delicious nonetheless.
Sounds good.
Cake or pie?
Cake. Ooh, that's tough. What do you consider cheesecake? Is it an actual cake?
I think it's more pie.
Yeah.
Then pie.
All right. What do you call soda?
Coke.
Everything's Coke.
Everything's Coke.
Modern or silver?
Modern.
Superman is real. Do you trust him implicitly, or do you sleep with kryptonite under your bed?
Absolutely trust him. He's the pinnacle of hope.
All right, you have to choose one of us to kill. The other one becomes your family member.
Oh, tough one.
It's unfair to
Sorry,
you, Wes,
Scott.
because I've known him a little longer.
That's all right.
Sorry, Scott. It's probably gonna be Wes.
You're killing Wes and you're keeping me? Or you're
Uh,
killing me?
killing Scott. Keeping Wes.
Appreciate it.
That's two.
Just I nothing personal. I just gotta make sure that I gotta stay keep you below me on the win loss.
There you go.
We're tied 1-1. Come on.
I don't need to find that out. I already know how it's gonna go. Actually, no. If you roll like you did last night, then I'm comfortable.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So I have a theory that there are two types of players: the Matrix or the Red Dress. People that can see the formula of the game and can solve it through the numbers and just really get into the matrix of the game, and the people that can just see the red dress. They see the figures and they have fun playing the figures. Are you more of a red dress or more of a matrix?
Probably a red dress, just because I will reach when I'm building a team. I'll always reach for one of my favorite figures. Like I see the meta, I know how to play it. Like I said, I built that Hulkbuster team in my mind, and I still reach for Superman because at the end of the day, I want to have a little more fun when I play.
Bath towel, crumple or fold?
One more time.
Your bath towel, do you crumple it up and toss it on the floor or just hang it on the wall or do you fold it up and put it on a rack?
Oh, just hanging on the wall. We let it air dry, and we'll use it a couple more times. You should be wiping your body clean. Should never be a
Yes.
dirty towel.
I'm just saying, do you crumple it up and put it over to the side or is it folded? But apparently you just have a little hanger, it's kind of crumpled.
Yeah, just hang it.
Comic book villain that you think is misunderstood and might have been right.
Comic book character that was misunderstood and might have been right.
Lex.
I guess Lex. As big of a Superman fan as I am, there is the Injustice storyline where you just gotta hope that he doesn't accidentally kill Lois, and we all live under dictatorship.
That's what I'm saying. Sleep with a kryptonite on your pillow.
All right, you got a 12-hour car trip. What band or musician are you listening to for the entire ride? It's just one band or musician.
Band. One band or musician. I guess we're gonna go with AJR. Although if I had to squeeze one in here recently, I've been listening to a band called RC Drive that is really picking up some old nostalgia vibes that I like.
What is your biggest pet peeve in HeroClix?
Probably the dice cups when people slam them really hard on the table.
I will say Diego used the dice cup and he did not slam them at all. It was
It
nice.
was very gentle, very
He's very
courteous.
gentle. It's probably having to do with Cody running him through the day before.
He was, yeah, a little shaken up.
You say you like pulp. Do you like orange juice with pulp?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's more real, in my opinion. I don't want anything filtered out. Just give me some oranges off of the tree, and I'll squeeze them myself.
How about milk? You like milk with pulp?
We'll pass.
Hard pass.
Mary F. Kill Wonder Woman, Black Widow, and Harley Quinn.
Uh, Harley Quinn, Black Widow, Wonder Woman. Marry Wonder Woman, fuck Harley Quinn, kill Black Widow.
Which of the Lantern Corps would you be inducted into?
Probably orange. Want it all.
All right. So Scott is going on a date with Blanche from the Golden Girls, and he needs a wingman. Which of the Golden Girls are you taking out on that date? You can't have Blanche because she's with Scott.
Uh, who's Betty White's character? I'll take Betty White.
Well, Rose.
Rose.
Who's the best James Bond?
Who? Never
Who's
seen
the
any
best?
James Bond. I don't. Who's the guy? He's the newer one, not the older one.
There's a bunch of older ones. Daniel Craig is
Uh,
the newest one, isn't it?
Daniel Craig. Yeah, he's the only one I recognize.
Who is the most famous person you've met?
Ooh, I haven't met any famous people. Haven't?
Scott.
No. I guess the most famous person would probably be Holderness.
Really?
Calder Ness.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. He's the only person I met, and he's got a pretty big subscriber count. So I'd say he's the most famous person I've ever
He's
met.
very Clix famous, that's for sure.
Yep.
All right, Thundercats versus He-Man.
He-Man?
He-Man? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
How
not.
old are you?
31, but I never got into
Oh,
Hanna-Barbera.
okay, you missed out on the 80s cartoons, 80s, early 90s cartoons. So, all right, I'm sorry. Voltron versus the Power Rangers. Who wins?
Power Rangers.
I don't know. But that's your answer. Okay. All
Give me
right.
your best scenario how Voltron wins.
What's that?
He said he wants to
Your
know how
best.
Voltron beats the Power Rangers.
He's just a better robot.
He ain't got sick dance moves as his fighting style.
I'm gonna go with Voltron because it was animated instead of those guys in those little rubber suits.
Yeah.
Rubber suits look cool, man.
All right, Scott, we've let this one go for a minute. I don't know how we let it go, but we need to get this back into the Talkn Clix. What number am I thinking of?
Oh, we haven't done that one.
It's 3 digits.
It's a 3-digit number. We don't know if it's a whole number. He doesn't give me any clues. He just tells you no. So whatever you guess is
It's
probably no.
the 3-digit number. So one, it has to be 100 to 99. 100 to 999. Is 001 a 3-digit number technically?
It is a 3 digit number.
Uh, 467.
No.
And no clues after that. It's just not that one. I should bring me a little board up here with 1,000 digits on it and be like, nope, 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 nope. But then he's gonna be like, no, it's a decimal.
Has anybody got it?
Nope.
No, no.
Once somebody gets it,
Oh.
I'll change it. I will let you know if you get it.
Okay. Only you know.
Yeah, he won't share with anyone.
Scott doesn't even know. All
I
right.
got it wrong.
You have to lose one of your 5 senses. Which one is it?
Taste? I'm not a big food guy.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question that you have to go back in the time machine for like 10 to 15 years. What color was the dress?
Black and white. Black and blue.
Correct.
Yeah. No. Anybody else who saw anything different? Just 'cause they needed eyes checked.
Who wins the arm wrestling match? Me or Scott?
You have multiple sclerosis. I'm going to smash you.
That's my legs, not my arms.
You use your legs for leverage.
I don't know. I haven't seen you in person. I've seen Scott in person. He's a big boy. I think Scott would take it.
Probably.
Okay, who wins, me or Cody?
Ooh, Cody's got you.
Ask Cody the results because we did it last year at Worlds.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Video and everything. Video proof.
No video, but it was after Team Worlds, and he came in the room, and we were waiting on Kenny or something, and I don't know. We arm wrestled then. I won.
That's what you do at Worlds, I guess. You just.
I mean, I got old man strength. What do you want? 50.
Yeah, it's all the cigarettes. Cody just needs to lay off the cigarette.
Yeah, he probably would have beat me.
Do you know who Aquamiles is?
Oh, Alchemiles?
Aquamiles.
Aquamiles, nope.
He is a alter ego of
Miles Kane.
Miles Kane, aka Kilometer Miles. It's his alter ego, and I have Wespool. So, are you Team Aquamiles or Team Wespool?
I'll take Team Wespool. I don't know Aquamiles. I'll take Wespool.
He's been missing for a minute. I think he might be dead. All right. Well, that's been the Clix questionnaire. Now the whole Clix community that actually listens to this show knows you inside and out. How does it feel?
Yep. So don't be afraid to come up and say hi next if you see me at a tournament.
There you go. All right, gentlemen. This has been Talkn Clix. I am so glad to have you guys here. It's been a great talk. Romeo, it's been nice to meet you. You're an awesome dude. Scott, pleasure as always.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do you guys have any last thoughts before we sign out?
Does would you guys want to have a running bet who wins between me and Scott our next matchup?
My money's on Scott.
Thank you, Wes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Wes. Look, you got the first one. I got the second one. Now we're in a rubber match, and we couldn't face each other in a field of 24.
well, if you don't have too much going on the 16th, come on down, and maybe we wash it out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
I have a final thought.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just say Scott because he finished higher this weekend, so
that's true.
That's my only reason.
By 5 spots.
Those 5,
right.
Those 5, 3 spots. You 14th, I 17th.
Okay, yeah, 3 spots. I can't count either. 5's too high. I can't hit a 5. It's got to be lower. All right, my final thought is get to the chopper.
Maximum effort. All right, gentlemen. It's been great having you here. Make sure you keep watching, listening, subscribing. We're doing lots of great things coming up. Make sure you check out Red, White, and Clix. I got more announcements coming as soon as I get confirmation about an invoice. And it's going to be the event of the year. I'll prize it out better than any other event. All the money is going to charity for veterans who greatly need it right now. So make sure you come out and support veterans and roll some dice and have some fun. So this has been Talkn Clix. It's been awesome to talk to you guys. Get to know you, Romeo. And as always, keep on
Clixing.